talking to thousands and thousands and thousands of people over the years, I still learn time and time again that the greatest transformation comes from this one thing: when you own your power. I've shared this quote from Gary Zukav hundreds of times because I just think it's the essence of a fulfilled life. He says this in Seed of the Soul: when we align our thoughts, emotions, and actions with the highest part of ourselves, we are filled with enthusiasm, with purpose and meaning. And here's the part I love so much: when the personality comes fully to serve the energy of its soul, that is authentic empowerment. And what that means to me is, when you use your personality in alignment with what your soul came to earth to do, there is no one who's more powerful than you are, because you were born to be more fully, wholly, and completely you. Just you. And when you embrace the power you have over your own intentions, your thoughts, your beliefs, and actions, you automatically have power over everything in your world. Well, where does that internal power come from? It comes from taking responsibility, staying awake, being aware, living in your truth, knowing you are worthy because you were born, and trusting that you're co-creating with the energy that is loving and compassionate that comes from the universe. Welcome to day 18, taking back your power. In every moment, we have choice. The choice to embrace our power or give it up. You give up power when you shrink in response to people or circumstances. What I know for sure is that real power is born of alignment with your soul's calling. You're here to figure out what that calling is. Connect with it, and your burdens get lifted. The universe will rise to support you in your truest power, and any transformation you can dream of can be yours. Deepak is going to help us connect to the power of goodness. Then we'll meditate.
Without wanting to, we gradually find ourselves giving away our power. This happens in countless ways, most of them unconscious. When you're dominated by someone in a relationship, you've surrendered your power to be an equal partner. When you feel anxious about how lovable you are, you have surrendered the power of self-esteem. Even when you go along with the crowd in your opinions, the power to think for yourself begins to diminish. Taking back your power is a key to changing your story. This pertains especially to the burdens you're carrying, because almost every time someone is weighted down, physically, mentally, or emotionally, they believe they have to live that way. The feeling of being trapped can have tragic consequences, as when someone feels powerless to leave an abusive situation. From the outside, an observer might say, "Just walk out. What's wrong with you?" The same way, one might look at excessive weight and say, "Just stop eating. What's wrong with you?" This is a false perspective. We become who we are either by having power or giving power up. Once a person feels helpless and powerless, that's who they feel they are. It's not like a coat you can take off whenever you want to. Every day our lives are shaped by themes we don't even realize are part of us. So what causes us to be shaped in ways that make us feel powerless, helpless, and victimized? Certain cultural forces are invisible, pressuring us without being noticed. Some of the most pervasive themes that get reinforced in society are winner and loser, lovable and unlovable, victim and perpetrator, smart and stupid, beautiful and ugly, givers and takers. These are boxes we slip into over time. If you are a lovable winner, society sees you and knows you. But the same is true if you are an unlovable loser. The real trick is to reject the whole scheme that says you must fit into a box. When you put yourself and other people into any of these boxes, you have lost the power to shape your story yourself. You have a right to define yourself by who you actually choose to be. Taking back the power means speaking and acting according to your own truth. So the next time you are tempted to look at yourself and say things like unattractive, unlovable, loser, etc., sense the lid of a box shutting on your head. Just say to yourself, I'm not going there. I will not be put into a box. At that very moment, you're getting your power back. As we prepare to meditate together, let's take a moment to consider our centering thought. I define myself by choosing who I want to be. I define myself by choosing who I want to be. Now let's prepare for our meditation. Make yourself comfortable and close your eyes. Begin to be aware of your breath and just breathe slowly and deeply. With each breath, allow yourself to become more deeply relaxed. Now gently introduce the mantra, Pratam Aham. Pratam Aham. This mantra means I am the consciousness that knows itself on its own unlimited terms without labels or conditions. Repeat it silently to yourself. Pratam Aham. Pratam Aham. Pratam Aham. With each repetition, feel your body, mind, and spirit open and receive just a little more. Whenever you find yourself distracted by thoughts, noises, or physical sensations, simply return your attention to silently repeating the mantra. Pratam Aham. Pratam Aham. Pratam Aham. Please continue with your meditation. I'll mind the time, and when it's time to end, you'll hear me ring a soft bell. Pratam Aham. Pratam Aham. Pratam Aham. It's time to release the mantra. Continue to sit restfully, inhaling and exhaling slowly. When you feel ready, you can open your eyes. As you continue with your day, contemplate this centering thought. I define myself by choosing who I want to be. I define myself by choosing who I want to be. Namaste.